Hello everyone, my name is Deana, or you might know me better as the Ultimate Manifester, and I am a spiritual self-development coach here to help you manifest your deepest desires using a no bullshit manifestation approach with a little bit of mental health sprinkled in. And today I'm going to be talking about how to stop ruminating on just the idea of manifestation in general. This is for those of you who are trying to perfect the process but feeling like the opposite is happening. You feel like the more you try to control or try to manifest, the more resistance you feel within your body. You feel like you just want to give up often and you are just getting frustrated with the entire process. And you guys are the people I'm speaking to today. I'm going to come from a little bit of a different approach than you may have heard from other people, but this is the approach that I teach when you work with me one-on-one. If you come to this place, or I even teach this in my content on my Instagram. And this is a really, really helpful technique that I have found helps anytime you get yourself stuck in mental rumination. And the reason mental rumination happens with manifestation, I feel like, is because there's so many ideas and theories and techniques and X, Y, and Z, and you're so badly trying to control the process, trying to make sure you're doing it perfectly, trying to make sure you don't mess the process up, that you almost self-sabotage because you're just trying to be perfect and you're just getting frustrated. And that's tiring you out and making it a really unenjoyable process for you. And that's not what you want to experience. I'm not saying that manifestation and self-development isn't difficult, because there are definitely difficult and uncomfortable moments in it. Obviously, you're completely changing your identity as a person, so there's going to be a little bit of a difference when you're coming from the old self and jumping over to somebody new. Like, that's not going to be the easiest task, but you can make it less mentally straining on yourself. And that's really the whole purpose that I'm making this video today. So if you find that you are just like constantly ruminating over and over again about what you should do and how you can control the process and what you can do right now in this moment to make this happen and this happen and this happen, and you feel like all this resistance and anxiety and panic coming into your body, and it just feels totally misaligned, like there's an energetic block within your body. It's absolutely your inner awareness giving you a bit of a sign that you're doing too much, and you're trying to control the process through the thoughts in your mind, which, by the way, is not how you manifest. Don't listen to people that tell you your thoughts create, because that is how this perfectionist, frustrating manifestation approach ends up being that way. So stop trying to figure things out in your mind. It is not going to work. You'll never come to conclusions by thinking through them. They're only going to come to you naturally, almost just like they show up out of thin air. It's really never going to be something you sit there and think over. So if you find that this is what you're doing, you need to just take a little bit of a break from trying to manifest and allow yourself to control what you can control in the moment right now. These are two things I'm going to talk about. So one is going to be controlling what you can in the moment right now, and the other is going to be accepting the uncertainty of manifestation as a whole. I will talk about that first because it's a pretty complex topic, and I want to make sure you guys understand it so you can actually go and apply this. Accepting uncertainty in manifestation, when I tell you that, your brain is probably going to tell you, well, if I accept uncertainty and I don't have certainty around my manifestation, then how is it going to unfold, and blah, 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 blah. That's what your brain's going to tell you. But the problem is you're trying to perfect the process and trying to gain this feeling of certainty within around manifestation, but that feeling of certainty is never going to be achieved no matter how hard you try. Certainty is not a feeling, and when we try to find that certainty through mental rumination, we just kind of frustrate ourselves and make it a much more difficult process than it has to be. So if you are experiencing this right now, the best thing to do is actually just accept the uncertainty of it all. And you can do this, and you can do that just by saying things to yourself like, I'm not really sure how this is gonna unfold. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'm okay with that. Or maybe this is how this works, and maybe this isn't how it works. That's okay. Taking a approach where you look at when you get like stuck and confused on specific manifestation theories, just having a open outlook on them where you can accept both sides of being not being sure about something, and being sure and being okay with however it plays out, or being okay with not knowing, being okay with not being certain on whether or not that's the right theory or whether or not that's the right technique. This will help you release a lot of resistance in your body. This is a technique that I learned from going through obsessive compulsive treatment, and I find this technique really works when people come to this halt in their process, or this difficult part in the process. And I know more people struggle with this than they realize, when people are just trying to perfect the process and always consuming more content and consuming more coaches. There's going to be a lot of fluff and a lot of confusion in your brain, and the best way for you to not create frustration and resistance around that is to just be okay with not knowing and control what you can control in this moment, which is the next part I'm going to talk about. Controlling what you can control in this moment has nothing to do with manifestation. You cannot control the how, you cannot control the when. I know it hurts to hear that, but you can't. As hard as the more you try to control it, the harder you're making it for yourself, the harder it is going to be to make that full transition to the new self. So what can you control in this moment is the way you're spending your time, the way you wake up in the morning, the way you choose to stabilize your internal nervous system, the way you choose to have a night routine, the way you choose to communicate with people, the way you choose to honor yourself, the way you choose to take care of your body, the way you choose to just take care of yourself, period. And that is what you can control right now. That is all you can control right now. As much as you think that you can control everything using your thoughts and imagination and trying to just force things into being, it really doesn't work. And if it does, it's very hot and cold and very unsustainable. And we want to create a manifestation process for ourselves that is sustainable. Like, I don't want you guys to manifest a specific person, specific relationship, money, business, success, whatever, and not be able to sustain it because it was forced through a very resistant process. And the two ways that you can really work through that resistance is checking in with yourself and make sure you're not ruminating over the manifestation process as a whole, and accepting the uncertainty of it all when you do. And again, controlling what you can control in this moment right now. Every day, I have my journals back here. I'm actually going to be showing you guys on my Instagram. But every day I wake up and I get right to my breath work, and I write down a very detailed, scripted plan of how I'm going to do my day, how I'm going to move through my day. And this is the same plan I've done for a long time. It's the same plan I did when I manifested my specific person. It's the same plan I did for everything I've manifested, because it is the only thing. You can only control what you can control right here physically in this moment. And your manifestation's not one of them. So take control of that and drop out of mental rumination around trying to perfect the process by just accepting the uncertainty. And if you are confused about how to make a detailed, structured plan that sets you up for success, I just opened my subscription side of my Instagram, and next Tuesday, I'm going to be taking you guys behind the scenes from the moment I wake up to the moment my head hits the pillow, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how I plan my day. I'm going to be showing you how I deal with any circumstances that come up, anything that kind of could set you off track. I'm going to show you how I deal with that. I'm going to show you or talk about some of the thoughts that are going through my mind, how I deal with that. I'm showing you my nervous system, regulation process, literally everything. But you're going to have to subscribe to my Instagram, which is going to be, if you go to my Instagram, it'll be in the stories, and I will link the Instagram below for you guys. So if you're interested in that and you want to be able to replicate that process on your own, I will absolutely link that for you below, and I would love to have you. I also have a mentorship spot left open if you're interested in that. And as always, my custom affirmation tapes are available to be ordered. They are 8-hour affirmation tapes that are specifically personalized to you so that you can shift your subconscious belief patterns in your sleep and experience the new manifestations in your day. And that is one of the other things that you can control right now in this moment is your beliefs, and overnight affirmation tapes is the way, the easiest, least resistant way to do it. So I will leave all those links for you guys in the description box below, and I will see you again soon. Bye.